What?
Skating is freedom.
Yes, go girl. What's up guys, it's Dwayne, back again for another video, back again for another reaction, and today's a great wonderful day because it's a Finland day. Why Finland is the happiest country in the world? Why is that? Let me know in the comment section below. Without further ado, let's get into this reaction, let's go.
Sorry Disneyland, this is the happiest place on earth. For the fourth year running and in spite of COVID, Finland has been crowned #1 on the UN's Happiness Index report. It seems kind of improbable, so has Finland actually found the key to lasting happiness? Or is the whole idea a steaming pile of shit?
Sä aloitit nyt tänään, tai siis viime talvena vai?
Joo. Sitten vaimo sanoi, että toi näyttää niin tyhmältä, mitä säkin voisit harrastaa.
It's springtime in Helsinki. 8 a.m, partly cloudy, and just 10 degrees.
10 degrees.
I'm finished.
Guys, that's cold, you know. Obviously in Finland that's not cold, but 10 degrees, that's pretty cold.
Swimming conditions. A freezing plunge is one of Finland's 2 favourite pastimes.
When the sea is cold, it's kind of like a meditative experience that you have to, like, you know, concentrate on your breathing when you go in there. Otherwise you would panic because of the cold waters. And then the other part is like the sauna, tradition of sauna.
Having invented this very warm place to be is very important during the cold and dark winters. They're kind of like a spiritual experience almost to the Finns. In Finland there's like 5.5 million people, and I've heard that there's like almost 3 million saunas, which means that it's like one sauna for every other Finnish citizen from, you know, cradle to, from all age groups.
That's amazing. You take saunas seriously.
Frank Martella is a happy guy. A philosophy professor, author, and native Finn. Frank is also one of the world's leading thinkers on happiness.
I guess, like, if I think about my own happiness, my answer to that is quite boring in a way, because I think the 2 key factors in my happiness is like family and work. My life becomes meaningful when I feel that I'm somehow meaningful to other people.
That makes
Though
sense.
he studies happiness, when Finland first topped the charts in 2018, it was a bit of a shock.
So the Finnish people, the reaction was quite kind of like, people were surprised and almost angry because they felt that this cannot be true. Because I guess the Finnish self-image is that we are just kind of like melancholic people. We listen to sad music and hard rock and this kind of music. So happiness was not part of the Finnish self-image.
The UN World Happiness Report ranks...
Let me know in the comment section, do you agree with that sentiment? Do you feel like, as a Finnish person, like the happiness, the whole happiness kind of myth, not myth, but what the rest of the world are saying, that you're the happiest country in the world, do you feel like you are? Do you feel like Finnish people in general are very happy, or do you feel like Finnish people are not happy? Let me know in the comment section, I don't really know.
138 countries according to their citizens' levels of happiness. Since its inception, Nordic nations
You're beating
have
all the Nordic
dominated
nations.
the top 10. When Finland went to #1, Frank wanted to know what makes his people so happy.
With a few colleagues, we started to like go through the research, trying to find the answers. Nordic countries tend to be countries where it is, you know, unemployment benefits, pensions and other benefits are on a quite good level.
But what makes Finland stand out is a unique Finnish concept called sisu.
Sisu would be defined as like this perseverance in face of extreme obstacles. The concept of sisu comes from like quite far back, and I guess that it's related to the very harsh natural conditions of Finland. So people are kind of like accepting the bad thing faster, and through that they perhaps like being able to then cope better with it.
Okay.
That kind of explains the dips in the ocean. But according to Frank, a cultural focus on perseverance has reshaped the way Finns view happiness.
Finnish people are not too obsessed with happiness. People don't shoot for the stars. They are usually quite happy with quite kind of like ordinary dreams in their life. So that's also like in a way sisu in action.
So how does Australia compare in terms of happiness? Well, in the 2021 report, Australia came in 11th. Still happy, but a long way from the top. It begs the question, can Australia learn from Finland and be happier?
Maybe we can go over there in the forest across the road.
And that's exactly what this expat Aussie mum is finding out.
I wonder what we're going to find today.
So, from what that guy said, is basically that Finnish people, that you guys, you kind of not expect the worst, but you deal with the peaks and troughs of life, the peaks and troughs like a roller coaster. You understand that sometimes in life things dip, sometimes they go up a little bit, and that you stay kind of neutral throughout that, and you realize that. And I think that's really important, because there are a lot of countries where people feel entitled. People feel entitled to just things need to be perfect throughout their lives, and don't realize life is not like that. Life comes in waves, and there's good and there's bad. And if you understand that life goes in waves, you're able to sail through life at a kind of do you know what I mean? There are some people that just feel like, no, my life needs to be perfect. I need to be like Kim Kardashian. I need to be like the celebrities on TV. But it's like, no, that's not how life is. Like, deal with it. No, I'm joking. No, but like, that's not how life is. And you need to be able to deal with the downs when they come. And I think you guys have got that sorted, apparently.
For Finnish people, the idea of happiness is very different to an Australian's idea of happiness.
Let's see, hey. Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Somebody started to build a little hobby house.
For Finnish people, happiness might mean more of just a satisfaction with life.
What's that? Looks like a mushroom.
Originally from Sydney, Melissa Giorgio moved to Finland 11 years ago with her Finnish husband.
You're making a slingshot.
7-year-old Milo was born a few years later, and the family settled in Helsinki's outer suburbs.
Woo!
Initially, the plan was to spend 2 years away from Oz. But then Melissa fell for Finland.
One of my favourite things about living here is whether you're in a residential area or in the middle of the city, it's easy to access nature.
I hope summer comes quickly.
The other thing that I really enjoy is that Finnish people seem to be quite satisfied with the way things are, and they don't seem to want more constantly.
Okay, do you think you've had enough? Yeah, you're not hungry anymore? All right.
Also, nobody seems to care as much about status. There's not as much hierarchy here than there is in, say, Australia.
So right now
That's very different from the UK, because we very much have a hierarchy system. We very much have a class system, and if you don't have that in Finland, that's a big reason why you'd feel happier, I'm guessing.
driving through a typical neighbourhood of Greater Helsinki, and pretty much it looks like any other neighbourhood within Finland in my mind. It's just not obvious which suburbs are the so-called well-to-do ones and which ones are the not so well-to-do.
The flaunting of status and wealth is considered quite gauche in Finnish culture.
The big thing that struck me when I first came to Finland is that you're not going to a dinner party or a barbecue and talking about real estate. Nobody's asking about where you live, which suburb you live, where your kid is going to school. It was quite refreshing actually.
Double.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
For Melissa, less status anxiety was a welcome relief. But for the young mum, Finland had bigger incentives that made her happy to stay.
The whole country takes care of the raising of children. The system is set up so well. So from birthing my son to bringing him up at home and then sending him to daycare and then on to school, every aspect of that felt really well supported. 22. I'll give you 25.
That's very good.
So much money.
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
I have too much as well.
Finland provides all mothers-to-be with pre- and postnatal health care at no charge.
All right, zip yourself up.
Finns also receive some of Europe's
good.
highest parental leave benefits, and childcare costs are mostly paid by the government.
You ready?
Wow.
But for
So
Melissa,
good.
a former teacher, the cherry on top
See you later.
is having Milo in the Finnish school system.
What's different about your school system? I'm interested in that. I don't know much about Finnish school systems.
No niin, hyvää huomenta.
Finland's schools have sat at the top of Europe's rankings for more than a decade.
Pitäisi keksiä virke, jossa on 4 sanaa ja kaikki
Well done.
pitäisi alkaa K-kirjaimella. Muistatko tämän?
Primary, high school and university are free, mostly government run, and for young kids, the environment is very different to Australia's.
Suomessa lapset aloittavat koulun 7-vuotiaana. Opetussuunnitelmassa Suomessa lapsi nähdään sellaisena aktiivisena oppijana, eli hän on oman oppimisprosessinsa hyvin sellainen tähti, eli lapsi itse suunnittelee ja asettaa tavoitteita sille omalle oppimiselle.
It's really good.
Ihan voipi reippaasti kaikki kokeilla, ei haittaa, jos tulee vaikka virhekin.
Tina teaches grade 2.
Hyvä,
As an educator, she's part of an elite group.
hyvä. On Suomessa semmoinen aika arvostettu ja haluttu silloin kun itse hain opettajaksi, niin alle 10% hakijoista pääsi sinne yliopistoon. Ja me sitten semmoinen 4-5 vuotta kestää opinnot yliopistossa ja valmistutaan sitten kasvatustieteiden maisteriksi.
The highly
So good.
qualified and highly paid teachers are the backbone of a system that's built on equality. In Finland, nearly all costs associated with school are covered by the government, something the principal Husko is proud of.
Perusopetus ei saa maksaa lapselle eikä heidän perheelle yhtään mitään. Kaikki oppikirjat on ilmaisia, kouluruuat on ilmaisia. Jos on pitkä matka kouluun, niin koulumatka.
Textbooks, meals and transport are free. Everything's free. In the UK, schools, most things are free. Most things are free in school, to be fair. Most things are free. I wonder if you get free trips, like, you know, if you go on excursions and you go to different places, like on a school trip. Is that paid for as well?
Koulumatkat on ilmaisia. Sitten kaikilla oppilailla on samalla tavalla mahdollisuus koko siihen perusopetukseen.
Oh wait, no, our lunches are not free. I just remembered, you don't get free school meals, you have to pay for school meals. I can't remember how much it is, but yeah, we have to pay for school meals. So that's really good, that you guys don't have to.
Ja toinen mikä sitten on merkittävä on se, että eli kunnallisia on käytännössä 99% varmaankin kouluista on kunnallisia, yksityiskouluja ei juurikaan ole. Suomalaisen opetuksen filosofia on saada jokainen lapsi taustasta riippumatta kukoistamaan ja käyttämään kaiken sen potentiaalin, mitä hänellä on mahdollista käyttää.
Good. That's very good.
Part of that philosophy is letting kids be kids. Primary students get a 15-minute play break every hour. So does the principal.
That's a good trick.
Okei, sit menette pukemaan ja...
The school day is also one of the shortest in the world.
No niin, heippa!
The younger grades spend just 20 hours a week at school, half the time Australian kids do.
Wow.
Suomessa lapset
And that's so
usein
important.
kulkevat jo pienenä koulumat.
Why would you want your kid to just be in school like for a long, like it's too, I think school days are too long in the UK as well, way too long. They could get things done in half the time, but the problem with that is parents and childcare. I guess in Finland, childcare is free. So if you were at work when your child got home, you could have a childcare service. Whereas in the UK, childcare costs money. So if your child is not at school all day, you're gonna have to pay for childcare when they get home early. That's another reason why they should shorten the working day, to be less and more working from home.
Iltapäivät kotona jo itsekseen yksin. Eli kyllä täällä se on suuri asia, että lapset jo siinä alkavat itse.
Oh, so they do go home on their own. Must be quite safe in Finland.
Less time at school means more time for play, and not just for the kids.
Makke's a goalie, so you can see the dreams, the dreams being passed on.
Work-life balance here is really nice, and I feel like it's really balanced. It's just a regular working day from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. and the culture seems to be that when work is over, that's it.
Stop, I can't stop.
So important.
And everybody appreciates that and just allows people to go home, be with their families. Nobody's expected to be working at all hours of the night. So sort of old-fashioned, but in a really nice way.
Melissa says she's happier than ever, but that doesn't mean life is always easy.
Getting better and better.
But has Finnish culture helped her coping skills?
My expectations of life and of what happiness is have definitely changed since moving to Finland. They have this concept of sisu. And it's been really interesting for me to watch Finnish people embody that and then learn from Finnish people to really work on my own sisu.
Starting to snow.
Great Finnish spring weather.
Because it's not always easy here. It's difficult at times to come to grips with this weather, for instance. So sisu has
coming
really
from
helped me.
Australia, the weather must seem really foreign to her.
I've got more of that sense of satisfaction, actually, rather than this need to chase happiness all the time.
But it's good to have a sauna. Skating.
It's easy to imagine couples like Melissa and Mackie wanting to grow old here. And the reality is, aging in Finland is pretty sweet.
Moi, jäätelö, bambinocelaatto, eli pieni annos. Joo. Ja siis sen pitää olla niinku täyttä tuhtia tavaraa, että ei mitään laktoositonta. Siellä pitää olla kermaa ja kaikki paheet. Mä teen sulle semmoisen täydellisen. Joo. I do eat ice cream every morning because when I was a child, we had to eat our oat porridge every morning. So I decided when I live by my own, I will eat ice cream every morning. And
fair enough.
This habit has lasted now for 40 years.
I mean, she looks healthy and she's eating ice cream every morning. Maybe there is a trick to happiness by eating ice cream every morning for breakfast. You go, girl. You do your thing.
66-year-old Lena believes Finland is a great place to grow old.
Finland is quite an equal country, and as old people, we are quite equal with younger generation here in Finland. We don't have to be ashamed of ourselves.
For Lena, the freedom to be herself is important because she isn't your ordinary retiree.
What?
Skating is freedom.
Yes.
I am skating.
Go, girl.
I am just doing what I want to do, and skating has increased my creativity.
Wow.
My friends are cultural, but they don't do skateboard.
Listen, that's how you stay young. Who says that this elderly woman, older woman, shouldn't be able to skateboard, shouldn't be able to wear like skateboard outfits, baggy trousers? Like, she's living her life, and that's going to keep her young. She's eating ice cream every day. She's doing what she wants to do, and she's living her life and being happy. A lot of us, we can take a lot from this woman. Guys, this is end of part 1. Part 2 will be coming up. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.